Greetings, friends and fellow cigar box guitar enthusiasts. Del Puckett here. Welcome to part 3 of the Angle Caster. Parts 1 and parts 2 here. But let me get you all caught up to speed here. So I did put the tuners on. And I have a psycho knob located on the top here. I have a switch, pickup selector switch. This is going to go in between the humbucker and the under the saddle piezo. And of course I put the volume control here next to your hand so that you can have easy access to that volume control. So as you remember, I have to open and close this box. I have to slide the neck out so that the box lid will open and close, right? So which that means is that because this is going to be a string through and my rivets and grommets are going to be here, I'm going to have to move them back so that when I slide the neck forward to open the box, that those rivets don't get prevented from moving here. So this is another thing I had to think about. So let me show you the insides. Obviously I have the piezo embedded in hot glue, strategically located right underneath the saddle. I do have the psycho knob, and the nice thing about these is they come pre-wired, and all the leads, they tell you where to go, the battery. I do have the switch mounted here, again on the top, the input jack, and of course the volume control here. So now it's time to solder. Here's yet another challenge. So here's the string through. So how am I going to ground these things? I don't want a wire going across there that's visible. So what I'm doing is on the back side, I'm going to come in at an angle, because this is the angle caster, and I'm going to drill a hole all the way through like that, so that the ground wire will come through, and then I'll just tie it off on the back. Again, this is the back side, so you won't be able to see it from the front side. And then of course this will be covered by a grommet, and then I'll just tie up this ground wire here to the ground terminal. So before I button this thing up, I want to test everything out after I've done soldering it. So I have the humbucker going to one side of the switch, and the other side of the switch is the piezo. The ground wire is actually spliced into the ground wire that's coming out of the piezo, and then both of those are tied to the ground here. And then the other ground wire is routed to the grounding terminal on the switch. Everything's grounded. The output of the switch goes to the psycho knob, and then the output of the psycho knob goes to the volume control. And then of course the output of the volume control goes to the input jack. So it's complicated, and now I'm going to test it out, and I hope it works. So to test it out, I got a battery in there, and I'm using the Roland Micro Cube, and I have the flanger on it so you can really hear it. So the volume's off, volume's up. Yay. Womp, 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 womp. Let's test this Psycho knob. Psycho knob works. Let's see here. Humbucker works. And the piezo. And the piezo. Wop, 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 wop. I'll give that a thumbs up. We are strung up, and I wanted you to notice that straight string pull on both sides. Look at that. Just straight as an arrow. So, first off, unplugged. So, let's plug it in and check it out. So I do have these retro looking knobs, and so we'll start off with the humbucker. Here's the Psycho, sort of clean. Try the piezo on the top here, so we'll go clean. You can really hear the back, these guys, with that piezo. And of course, let's try the piezo with the Psycho. So go one click off. This is to avoid the feedback. You get the middle, you get the piezo and the humbucker. Clean. hope you enjoyed this angle caster. Be sure to subscribe for more cigar box guitar videos. See you soon.